What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the interweb? Today, we're talking about Ratchet and Clank and how I think it got robbed of Game of the Year. So when you look back to May, April, and the beginning of June leading up to that release, I pretty much only covered Resident Evil Village, but I was really excited for Ratchet and Clank. I made a lot of videos being concerned about Ratchet and Clank. I said that I didn't think Sony was doing what they should have been doing. I said that they're not promoting the game as they should. I said that they're pretty much just gonna let it come out and just not even mention it. And that's literally exactly what they did. It came out, they didn't mention it. The game, phenomenal. 10 out of 10. I think personally it is my game of the year. And ultimately, had this been from Nintendo or Xbox, it would have won Game of the Year because they would have pushed for it to win Game of the Year. Ultimately, what Sony ended up doing, they launched it and then they pretended it didn't exist. They tweeted about it for like 2 days and that was it. We never heard anything about it again until Insomniac started tweeting about it leading up to the Game Awards. So really, the fact that it didn't win Game of the Year is really just down to Sony. Unfortunately, the game failed to sell what Sony wanted it to. I think it's only sold a couple million copies. Sony wanted to hit 10 million. It didn't. I wonder why, Sony. And then, ultimately, after that, the game reviewed perfect. Like, there was no reason for Sony not to promote this game. And it got snubbed. A game about dolls won Game of the Year. On the chart when you looked at it, because they did let it for the fan vote get shown. Forza Horizon, a racing game, which I do really like Forza, don't get me wrong. It beat Ratchet and Clank. A racing game beat a story game. Doesn't make too much sense. Halo Infinite's multiplayer beat Ratchet and Clank. Doesn't make too much sense. And then It Takes Two won. Doesn't make any sense at all. I just don't understand why Sony didn't put any effort or money into it. I don't understand. This game, easily, right now, should be going down as Game of the Year 2021. For a lot of people, it is. For PlayStation itself, it is, because PlayStation is the only people who did it. And it's basically them patting themselves on the back saying, hey, we're Game of the Year for PlayStation. When there was literally just Ratchet and Clank. That was all they came out with from PlayStation this year, so of course it's gonna win Game of the Year. But I feel like if they had any other game, they probably would have snubbed Ratchet and Clank from that as well. Ultimately, I feel like PlayStation, if they're gonna be bringing back our retro IPs to games that people want, I feel like they need to start promoting it and acting like they care about it. Because, yeah, we're gonna get another Ratchet and Clank in the future, but we also should be getting a Game of the Year edition of this Ratchet and Clank. We should be getting some special suits. We should be getting some cool promotions, some cool accolade trailers. And ultimately, we should be able to brag about it winning Game of the Year, beating all the competition this year. But Sony just threw it away. And I talked about that when leading up to the game, how I thought Sony would end up doing that. And a lot of people disagreed with me. But ultimately, here we are. That's exactly what Sony did. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen of the interweb, do you think Ratchet and Clank was snubbed of winning Game of the Year, or do you think it was fine that it didn't win Game of the Year? Let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, try not to die. I'll see you in the next video.